Good morning, Dr. Aquino. You are from Philippines. What excites you today at the World Congress Neurology?
This is a gathering of all neurologists all throughout the world, and I'm very glad to be here to participate in the sessions.
Excellent. Which session are you going to go today?
I'm going to the neurocritical care session, which is a very important part of our practice in the Philippines.
This is an extraordinary conference in Japan, basically targeting toward future of neurology. And this is basically a goal and vision of World Federation of Neurology to promote neurology across the globe. And we are organizing this conference in Asia, and it kind of moves around the world. But the basic purpose of this conference is to get all the neurologists from the world together.
Professor Noving, you are a superstar on stroke prevention. What is new on stroke prevention, and what is the message for the delegates at World Congress Neurology today?
The message is that stroke can be prevented and stroke can be treated to a very large extent. So stroke is a concern for everybody working in neurological disorders.
What exciting news are they going to share at the Congress during this event today?
I think there will be one official announcement that everybody is happy to hear, and that is that stroke is now officially recognized as a brain disease. This has huge implications for the neurological societies, for neurology, a long time in the future.
Thank you for your time. Enjoy the conference. Professor Mahoud, there is a record turnout of neurologists from Indonesia at this great congress.
Yeah.
What had been your experience at World Congress Neurology so far?
So maybe in Indonesia, we have planned to do the scientific meeting regularly. So maybe it is very important for Indonesian Neurological Association member to attending the event like this.
Yes, and it's a wonderful opportunity to network and learn from one another, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe we are going to get network, especially for the research, something like that.
Excellent. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the conference.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good morning, Professor Davis,
Good morning.
the immediate past president of World Stroke Organization. What's new on stroke today on offer at World Congress Neurology?
Yeah, well, we've got an exciting teaching program this morning in Annex Hall 1.
Excellent.
We invite you to come because there's a lot of new things in stroke. In acute stroke therapy, we're going to talk about reperfusion therapy, which is a big breakthrough with endovascular thrombectomy, mobile stroke units. We're going to talk also about some recent advances in intracerebral hemorrhage. So it's exciting. Please come and join us.
Professor Vincent, congratulations on your award today. What is your message to young neurologists and medical students who would be watching this from all over the world?
Well, thank you for asking me, and thank you to the World Federation of Neurology for this fantastic award. For me, it's very special indeed. What I think probably characterizes my career, and luckily the success I've had, is that I've always tried to use opportunities to explore further the etiology of disease. And what I've tried to do really is to find out what I'm good at and do it as well as I can. And how that applies in any particular field obviously depends on those opportunities. So in neurology, it was fantastic to work in myasthenia gravis, which is an antibody-mediated disease, and then to realize subsequently, often by chance associations, that the central nervous system is also a target for antibody-mediated diseases. And that has now become something which I think most neurologists appreciate and look for in their everyday practice.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.
I think the most exciting thing is to find monoclonal antibodies for CGRP to treat headache, especially chronic migraine. And also the young scientists can come here to learn the newest science and to translate into their daily practice.
Good morning, Irina. You are a medical student from Tokyo. Tell us about what excites you in this meeting?
Hi, my name is Arina, and I'm so excited to see the doctors who came from all over the world and speak on the specialty in neurology. I'm so excited.
Dr. Tron, thank you for your time. What exciting things are going to be told about movement disorders at the World Congress Neurology in Kyoto?
All the new development in Parkinson's disease and the basic science from it will be discussed. And I hope we will have a lot to learn the next day.
Professor Lawrence Wong, you seem to be enjoying the conference very well. What had been the highlight so far?
Well, the highlight is I see many neurologists from different specialty, just like me, and crossing to other specialty. I learned a lot on Parkinson's disease neuropathy to enrich my clinical work, as well as there will be a full day of stroke symposium tomorrow that I will participate. So I think it's a very good venue for neurologists from different specialty to reach out to each other and learn from each other, and then to make the world neurology much more important. And also very good to hear that stroke now is under neurology in the new classification.
That's an amazing news, wasn't it? After 8 years of hard work,
Yes.
I'm sure you yourself would have contributed to also.
We will drink some sake for that.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Bye.
Today I'm excited about going to the MS update, hear about what's been new developments in multiple sclerosis and pathology and diagnosis and treatment.
Any mysterious surprises that are coming on delegates' way that you know of?
Not that I know of. I'll wait to hear.
Have a great day. Mr. Tang, it is the epilepsy theme day today at World Congress Neurology Kyoto. What is going to be special?
Well, classification is an important issue, and one of the main problems in the classification is the use of the terms that sometimes difficult for the lay people and non-epilepsy specialists. So to update the scientific knowledge that we have over the last 20-30 years. So recently the IOAE has come up with a new classification. So I think this will be discussed.
So you would highly recommend younger neurologists to come and attend the classification things. Enjoy the conference.
Thank you.
Chris, what excites you most about this World Congress Neurology?
Well, it's being held in the beautiful city of Kyoto, and there's so many Asian participants. A real meeting for Asia.
Good afternoon, Masako. Thank you for talking to us. What are you most excited about World Congress Neurology 2017 in your beautiful city, Kyoto?
The human brain is very interesting, and I'm a medical student, and it's really exciting.
So you're very keen to see all these world experts coming here and talking about it.
Yes.
Well done. We hope you to become a neurologist one day.
Yes, let's enjoy
Thank you.
it.
Good morning, I'm Jay Rajpatian, neurologist from India. I'm really excited about this World Congress of Neurology. And today's program, one of the important highlights is about autoimmune disorders of the brain, and that's a very upcoming branch in the area of neurology where there'll be a lot of new things that will be discussed, and I feel this is a very important program today.
There were a lot of exciting things today morning. We had robotics and how the exoskeletal and things like this are going to change the further treatment in people with spinal cord deformity or injury and the stroke. Not only that, a lot of new things in the recovery of motor function or the hemi-neglect has been there. And I think it is worth for neurologists, not only like young, but also for the old, to know that there are a lot of new things are available to our patient. And this is very exciting, and which will add on to our next World Congress for Neuro Rehab in 2018.
Which would be in Mumbai.
Which will be in Mumbai.
We'll see you there.
Thank you.